Hi, everyone. I'm Robert Wallace, a local realtor here in San Diego, California. And in today's video, we're diving into some of the most significant updates in the real estate world that affect both buyers and sellers. And that has to do with the buyer's representation agreement and the NAR lawsuit. So we'll break down these changes which impact buyers, sellers, and agents, covering everything from the new requirement for written buyer agreements to the removal of public offers of compensation on MLS listings. Now, these updates are designed to empower you, the consumer, with more choice and clarity when navigating the real estate process. But please note that these changes are specifically affecting the realtors, which are real estate agents who are members of the National Association of Realtors. Now, while not all real estate agents are realtors, the vast majority are, and they adhere to the association's rules of ethical standards. Now, the way it was before, historically, buyer's agents would work for their clients looking for a home, often without signing a representation agreement until right before the offer to purchase was drafted. The buyer's agent would then be fully compensated by the seller. The amount that the seller was willing to pay the buyer's agent was advertised on the multiple listing service, which is the database that realtors use to publicize the properties for sale and all relevant information. This is the same database that Zillow uses, or Redfin, or Homes.com. They gather the information from these local MLSs and they put it all on their platform. Now, in May, the National Association of Realtors settled a series of class action lawsuits alleging that its compensation rules, which forced selling agents to advertise compensation for buyer's agents on listings, essentially amounted to antitrust, reducing competition and artificially inflating commission prices. Now, some sellers were upset because they felt obligated to pay buyer's agents, and some buyers were upset because they felt they were being steered toward houses offering lower compensation. As a result of the settlement, the National Association of Realtors completely changed its rules of operation, and the California Association of Realtors, CAR, has completely overhauled the contracts it uses. Consumers can think about the changes in two categories. First, a buyer's agent cannot show the house prior to having an agreement signed. Written buyer agreements are now required, and they must meet certain criteria. For members of the CAR, or California Association of Realtors, we use the CAR forms, those standardized forms. Now, buyers and their agents will need to reach an agreement regarding how the agent will be compensated for their services, and they have to put it in writing prior to touring a home. Second, offers of compensation, like when a seller or a seller's agent shares compensation with a buyer's agent, they can't be shared on the multiple listing services. Sellers can offer compensation for buyers' agents in the form of concessions, but it cannot be advertised on the database. Remember, MLSs are local marketplaces used by both buyer and seller's agents to share information about homes for sale. Offers of compensation are still an option, but they must be communicated off the MLS if a seller chooses to make an offer available. So, what's important to know is these practice changes provide consumers on both sides of a residential transaction with more choices and upfront transparency. Also, if you are a buyer and you would like help from an agent, and that agent approaches you about the representation agreement and it's early on in the process, it's likely because of the rule changes. However, if you as a buyer are worried about being tied to one person, a buyer and their agent can still agree to a non-exclusive agreement. This means that the buyer can work with more than one agent at a time, and whichever home the buyer chooses to purchase, the agent that was the procuring cause would be the one to be compensated. Keep in mind that the representation agreements can last no more than 3 months. So if a buyer signs an agreement with their agent and is still searching for a home 3 months later, they would need to sign another agreement if they want to retain their services. And if you have any questions or need clarification on how these changes might affect your home search or sale, feel free to reach out to me anytime. You can contact me at 619-897-6827 or visit my website at robertluiswallace.com. I'm here to guide you every step of the way. All right, that's it. I hope this was helpful. Give me a call if you have any questions. Take care and have a great day.